Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Friday, July 9th, 2021. Welcome one and all. Very good afternoon or very good evening, depending where you're hailing from this very choppy market Friday. Man, are you getting frustrated yet? Are you burned out from this choppiness? Bitcoin, you poking Bitcoin with a stick, asking it to do something. Well, Bitcoin really moves for no one in the middle of summer. Yes, still sideways, still dragging it out. When will the next big move come? Will it be a sharp move down to 25k or lower as a consequence of all this GBTC unlock FUD? Or are we going to fake people out? And we're going to potentially put in a rocketing move to the upside in the near future. At the moment, it seems like neither option is likely. We're just going to spend the rest of our lives watching Bitcoin go sideways at 35k-ish, a little below 35. But let's round up to 35 and, yeah, enjoy the rest of what the summer has to offer. Of course.
EOS is the real Bitcoin.
EOS is the new Bitcoin.
Day.
Yes, EOS having a very big day. All right, you just heard from lead analyst Alex. Alex, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm all right, thank you.
All right.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too shabby. It's a Friday, TGIF type of day. I'm looking forward to wrapping things up and kicking it this weekend. Jason, how are you doing, buddy?
You know what? I'm feeling like a professional bull rider at this point because I'm just getting bucked all over the place by this market. But it is what it is, right?
Yep, this bull takes no prisoners. All right, guys, let's get into it. It's going to be another fun 2 hours of crypto TA podcasting and news and all this other wonderful topics that we cover on here every day. And we're going to take it a little easy today on kind of being a Friday. Let's try not to work too hard. All right. Go ahead, get right into it. Go take a look at the latest price action. Yeah, yesterday it looked mighty droopy. We did hit a low of 32,000 yesterday intraday. Managed to close closer to 32.8. Kind of riding right inside of this Keltner channel. This the shaded area here of the baseline indicator. How about that? We're hugging this pretty well. Bouncing up from yesterday's close, currently at 33,491. Will Bitcoin at least close above the Keltner channel today? That would require close above 33.9. Well, we'll take a look. Not much more to add on that. You know how it's been going. Mostly a sideways affair. Hopefully nobody...
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the definition of sideways.
Literally.
Inside of the Keltner channel on a sideways moving average.
Yep, pretty much. Let's go see if Ethereum's doing anything interesting. Kind of sideways as well, but at least above the baseline and Keltner. It hit a low of 2044 intraday. It's bounced to about 2150. Looks like Mink's topping on the daily. We've got to wait till this candle closes, but Mink's kind of signaling for a very early short here. It's definitely other indicators not congruent with this one, but we'll see what this weekend brings. Here's a quick look at Ethereum, Bitcoin. Seems like this may have topped. The Ethereum's pace against Bitcoin might be gassed out. Might see some contraction. We'll see what comes next for the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. Here's a look at XRP, 63 cents, also sideways, but manages to kind of hold the support above the baseline. Not much else going on XRP. Here's DOT, currently at 1556. Above the baseline, not much more to say. Another Mink's early short signal here, but I don't think there's much we can do with that. Here's Kusama, $210, looking a bit like DOT. Bit more volume coming in today though, but whole lot of nothing. Cardano. Yeah, what's Cardano up to? Any good news for Cardano? $1.35 Cardano. And a lot of these charts are looking the same. Looks like a bit like the Ethereum chart. Here's a look at Doge PERP on Binance. Closed below the Keltner and the baseline yesterday. Some pretty decent volatility today. What kind of move intraday was this? Nearly 20% from the bottom of the wick to the top. Interesting action on Doge, but WADA hasn't really moved yet. If anything, WADA's flipped bearish. It's now coloring red.
Why did it signal us to short this area? The real place to short was, like the middle of last month after we last bounced. But we were above the baseline, so we just couldn't take the trade, even though it was kind of obvious.
Yes, indeed. Gotta play by the rules in order to keep yourself out of trouble. Let's take a quick look at gold. Gold did cross above the baseline a day or two ago, and here we are.
Well, when we were looking at Bitcoin Cash gold or whatever yesterday,
yep,
the chart looked like it could go up, and it's pegged to gold, so we shouldn't be surprised we see gold going up, right?
Yep, and that's for sure. Yes, the cash token that somebody had brought to our attention yesterday on the stream. Maybe one of these days we'll give it another look.
Well, I mean, there's no need to. It's gold.
Exactly, yeah. But I don't know if there's any kind of arbitrage or discrepancies between the price on that. Might have to give it a closer look one of these days. But yeah, here's a quick look at Dixie, currently coming down from the high of the last couple of days. All right, I will of course save further analysis for Alex to of course take a look at. We just like to check out and start the show with a bit of price action overview featuring some of CC's own in-house indicators. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at bubbles. What is going on in the alt space today? Yesterday was deep red, and today, well, we have a bit of a mixed bag for sure. Some outlier gainers today. Some decent gains, in fact, among some of the single-digit losers I see on here. Man, bubbles just shakes up on a very regular basis. Alts come up and down. The volatility is very much apparent because it seems like bubbles shifted just in the last couple minutes alone. But let's quickly review some of the top alt gainers of the today. EOS up 15.5% today. Yeah, decent gains on EOS. That's on the back of some, I guess, news. It's being credited at least to some news. We're going to look at that very shortly. We have the likes of Titan up nearly 18%. This Axie Infinity up nearly 20%. Synthetics SNX up 16.5%. ZRX, one of the top gainers of today. ZRX up 14%. We also have the likes of Luna 12%, Atom 8.5%, and KuCoin shares, which of course might be continuing its run up. It's up 10% today, of course, after giving back like 15% yesterday. We'll see what KuCoin shares is going to do. Give it a good look maybe later in the show. Otherwise, we have the likes of CRO up 6%, ALGO up 5%, and yeah, also a bunch of single-digit losers. The likes of Chili's, Rune, Theta, Flow, Omi, even SafeMoon, T-Fuel, rounding out some of the top losers of today. All right, there's your brief look at the altcoins. We will certainly take a look a little further.
So much for T-Fuel bouncing. I really thought we would get a rise off of that point of control.
Alas, that wasn't meant to be, apparently. All right, well, let's hop into the news, guys. Making good time today. Let's do it. Hope everybody's doing well this Friday. I, of course, will be checking in on the live chat in just a couple of minutes. Let's get into the news. Hopefully I have that EOS story queued. I do. All right. First item up comes from Finbold.com, and of course, this is something we've been talking about. Much of what I suspected was behind the Binance crackdown, so to speak, by regulators. This kind of does verify, or the word is eluding me here, but it certainly does lend credibility to my theory as to why we're seeing the Binance crackdown. This is titled FTC received over 700 complaints about Binance in 12 months, some of it made public. The U.S. regulator, the FTC, has received 760 customer complaints against the crypto exchange Binance since June 2020. The FCA shared complaints with the technology website Gizmodo. The most notable complaint was on large-scale customers who were unable to get their money from Binance. Notably, the accounts were flagged for, quote, suspicious activity, but could not make withdrawals even with identifying their identity. Another popular complaint was on customers falling for scams while trying to contact the company's customer care. However, this is a common problem among majors. To curb the scam, Binance is encouraging its customers to utilize the chatbot on its website. Let's see here. This is not a common scam with other companies, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes. Interestingly, some complaints also emanated from individuals who have never interacted with Binance at all. However, the complaint in this line is likely to fall under scams. All right, so people ratting out Binance after getting scammed by a Binance, fake Binance, I guess. Binance comes under, of course, the regulatory spotlight. The report comes as the focus continues to turn on Binance, with regulators turn the heat up on the exchange. Notably, Binance is reportedly under investigation for money laundering by the DOJ and IRS. I mean, that's kind of old news. I'm not sure if any of that is actually amounted to anything. Amid the regulatory scrutiny, Binance is reaching out by expanding its international compliance team. According to CZ, the company seeks to double the compliance team by the end of the year without specifying the number of people. Yeah, compliance team doubling from 1 to 2. Big expansion over compliance. Yeah, it's like CZ. How many people are already in the compliance department? Like,
we've upped it by 100%, sir.
He's got his retired Chinese uncle manning the one single customer service compliance terminal.
Well, China doesn't even like him anymore.
Yeah.
Giving up on their own people.
According to CEO, okay, we just read this part. The company seeks to double. Yes, I mentioned this. At the time, Zhao stated that Binance's international compliance team and the advisory board has grown by 500% since last year. Let's see here. You can see just a fraction of the complaints made on Gizmodo here. All right, a little underwhelming. I can still see how, given enough complaints and then the market crash, why indeed the regulators might have their antenna up to this whole Binance CZ deal here. But still, I would have expected something juicier. Yes, people are locked out from their accounts due to suspicious activity. That sounds unfortunate. I'd hate to have, I guess this is where the Buck Finance hashtag comes in. But let's see here.
We gotta get on that.
Let's see here.
I want it to have a pocket.
Binance processed over $5.4 trillion in crypto transactions so far this year, but financial regulators around the globe have recently taken aim at the Cayman Islands. Man, this is not even clear if it's based in the Caymans, but the Wild West attitude of platforms that sell crypto like Bitcoin, Doge, and Ethereum among thousands of other users of other coins, I should say. Gizmodo submitted a Freedom of Information attack. All right, so this is how they got their hands on this particular information. They found 760 complaints. Is there anything else of super interest? I really was hoping for some like really juicy ones, you know?
Yeah.
Like CZ stole my girl from the bar at the bar, and I got no crypto and I got no girl. That's the kind of spiciness I was hoping for here.
Versus the guy they tell you not to worry about.
Yeah.
Spilled spot remover on my dog. Now he's gone.
But yeah, yeah, your portfolio versus his portfolio that she tells you not to worry about. There you go. Yeah, CZ's holdings must be pretty generous, but nonetheless, guys. This one's pretty light, but Gizmodo does have a pretty lengthy article here. If anybody wants to check this out, you may need the premium over at Gizmodo, apparently, to read the rest of this article. Here's a funny quote. Someone writes, "I'm beginning to believe that Binance US is nothing but a scam to get people's money." Let's see here. Here's an edit. Yeah, so that's a quote from somebody's complaint. Here's an extended part of the complaint.
Says people are still sipping for CZ after he let his Chinese pal scam millions of people out of centralized piece of shit chain. You're not very far off. But the thing is, CZ is holdings must be pretty generous, but Gizmodo does have a pretty lengthy article here. If anybody wants to check this out, you may need the premium over at Gizmodo, apparently, to read the rest of this article. off. And then don't forget all the wash trading that used to happen on Binance way back in the day. There's probably still a lot,
Still a
but there's
generous
so
amount.
much real volume there that doesn't matter as much now. But
Yep. Let's just read this one complaint, see if there's anything here to just get a laugh out on this Friday afternoon. Let's see here. Quote, I invested a large sum of money, $16,000, which had grown to over $34,000 with Binance.us, after Matt McCall, who authors the Crypto Investor News Network, and whom I subscribe to, recommended them as a firm to use to invest in crypto. Everything was going smoothly for about 7 months, and then I had trouble logging into my account about 2 months ago and it was locked out. I contacted them by the only means available on their website, which is email. There's no physical address or phone number. They have responded with an email back to me about every 7 to 10 days, and have basically given me the runaround as far as resolving my issues of being able to log into my account. They really say that they're very busy and will make sure to pass my information to your appropriate party. I'm beginning to believe that Binance US is nothing but a scam to get people's money. Can you help me out? All right.
They should call up that TV show that you were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, I guess
People-
they could have
trying to get the crypto back.
they could have a dedicated spin-off seemingly just for spurned Binance users. I think that's the right way to use that term. I'm beginning.
so.
Here's another quote. I'm beginning to believe that Binance.us is nothing. Okay, I just read that one. After waiting 2 weeks, my account has still not passed the cash account verification. I have no way of controlling my losses. All right, let's read this complaint. Binance US locked me out of my account at this date for an unknown reason. When I tried to log into the website, pop-up said to contact customer service in order to unlock my account. I contacted Binance customer support immediately. I have now been waiting for over 3 days to get my account unlocked. I had close to 80,000 in crypto in the account at the time it was locked. That has now gone down to about 60,000. I have no way of controlling my losses given my account is locked. Okay. Well, I will empathize with this individual a little bit. It's one thing if you got wrecked, but it's another when you can't
You just can't even get in.
can't even get in to sell. Right? Everything's collapsing, and you're over there holding a bag in a locked account.
I'm just super glad I never had any of these experiences. That would be so frustrating.
Man, this is an interesting one. This is a digital trading platform that links directly to fiat banks. I have deposited over 40,000 in this exchange, and suddenly they locked my account due to, quote, suspicious activity, which of course is bogus. I never did anything suspicious, nor do I have a single chargeback. They then said to unlock my account. I'd have to send them a video of me holding my license, asking them to unlock my account. I did so, and I have since sent them dozens of emails and support tickets and gotten no response. There's no phone number to call them. Not only is 43K of my money trapped in this platform, but I also believe they're using this video they requested for blackmail or other illegal purposes. I'd like to investigate it. So somebody thinks that
Send us a video with your shirt off.
it's like
yeah,
go ahead.
that's so weird. Like, I mean, I agree Binance are probably a bunch of assholes with bad customer service, but I don't see how they could be blackmailing you with the info.
You must be hot.
Maybe he got fished. He went to contact support. He went to the Binance US something else, and
.org.
yeah, some scammers were like, oh yeah, you've reached the Binance security team, sir. Would you mind turning on your webcam, taking off your shirt, taking your social insurance number out, posting it, and we'll verify it.
Recognition.
Yeah, it's like, sir, please turn around and bend over. We'll make sure that we're looking at the right user here. Yes, the stories just keep going on, guys. In fact, I'm going to drop this in the live chat. Let's do it. Anybody wants to look at the Gizmodo article featuring so many of these complaints, might be worth a laugh if you have some time. Lots of complaints
Come around
here.
the campfire.
Someone with 66 years of age complaining they can't afford to get ripped off anymore. People could say they're getting absolutely nowhere. Man, Binance US, an even bigger fraud than the flybynight.com operation. I am impressed. CZ, you certainly have a way of outdoing yourself every time. All right, let's get into the next piece here. I think we had enough of CZ. Let's get into, yes, this EOS story. EOS pumps 10%, well, even more than 10% now, as bullish announced planned New York Stock Exchange listing versus their SPAC merger. VIA, I should say, but the number of crypto companies announcing plans to go public continues to increase, with the latest one being Block.one's Bullish. Yes, so we touched on Bullish not too long ago on the show here. Bullish Global, the crypto company operating under the hat of the blockchain software firm Block.one, has revealed plans to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. Bullish made the announcement via press release on Friday. According to the publication, the firm plans to go public via a merger with a special purpose acquisition company called Far Peak Acquisition Corporation. The alliance between Bullish and Far Peak indicates a pro forma equity value of about $9 billion, subject to adjustment based on the value of crypto assets at the close of the transaction. There were discussions about the SPAC merger back in June, with speculation that the alliance could see Bullish valued at $12 billion. While the boards of directors of Bullish and Far Peak unanimously agreed to the deal, the transaction is expected to be completed before the end of 2021, would need the approval from the latter's stakeholders. Far Peak is led by Thomas Farley, who previously served as president of the New York Stock Exchange between 2014 and 2018. Following the closure of the deal, Farley would serve as CEO of Bullish, while Brendan Bloomer, the CEO of Block.one, will become the chairman. In addition to going public, Bullish is planning to release a crypto exchange. Meanwhile, it will conduct a private pilot program before the planned public launch. Quote, "We are excited to be partnering with Far Peak to bring Bullish into the public markets to offer customers the opportunity to own a part of our business," said Bloomer. Meanwhile, EOS responded positively to the news, the token's price gaining 10%. The Bullish news comes shortly after fintech company Circle announced, this is something we covered yesterday, Circle announced its plans to go public as well on the NYSE through a merger with SPAC Concord Acquisition. Coinbase became the first U.S. company exchange to go public on the NYSE through a direct listing on the NASDAQ. All right. There is everybody wondering why EOS pumped. Yes, this Bullish exchange going live. I mean, as far as I remember, is Bullish is meant to have its operations be funneled through the EOS blockchain. Interesting stuff. Another major exchange coming your way in the form of Bullish.com. I presume they reserved the .com address. Best of luck to them. There you go, guys.
Yep, they bought it.
All right, Bullish.com, EOS, Block.one, even the New York Stock Exchange listing.
Do you think someone owns
Block.one
Bearish.com?
Does someone own Bullish.com? Yes, Block.one.
No, I was going to say, do you think someone owns Bearish.com?
Oh. Let's find out. Let's see if this
we should get on that.
Let's see if this blows up my computer by going to this Bearish.com. No, it's available for sale. The domain may be for sale. All right. Anybody? Let's do a little fundraise. Maybe we can we can raise the millions of dollars necessary to probably buy this domain.
We can sell clothes that are made of bear fur.
Yeah. How's that Simpsons thing go? You know, when there was that Simpsons episode where there's kind of like 101 Dalmatians parody on Simpsons. Grizzly bear underwear, that's the one. Grizzly bear underwear.
Oh,
who knows the rest of that?
I really like the best. He wants to turn the yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'd play that on the stream if it wasn't for the copyright strikes. But yeah, we'll post that somewhere.
Only 15 people watching, and YouTube.
Yes, YouTube as always monitoring what
the
we're
algorithm
doing.
is always watching.
The algo always watching like the eye of Sauron.
The all-seeing eye.
Indeed. All right, let's get into this next piece. I literally like this take. This is a hot take from Steve Wozniak, of course, of Microsoft fame. Bitcoin is a miracle and better than gold, says Apple co-founder Wozniak. I don't know why I attributed him to Microsoft, but Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak declared Bitcoin is the only digital gold years ago, but he claims that he still hasn't invested in Bitcoin. All right. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak reiterated his positive stance on Bitcoin, despite not being really a Bitcoin investor himself. He's a vocal proponent of Bitcoin, who once called it the only digital gold. Wozniak reportedly referred to Bitcoin as a miracle of technology and a unique mathematical formula at an appearance at Talentland Digital 2021, a major virtual event in Latin America devoted to technology and innovation. Okay, figures he's in Latin America, which of course we're seeing like some adoption there on a pretty big scale. According to Thursday, a report by a local news agency in Mexico, the Apple co-founder also indicated that Bitcoin's better than gold, implying that it's easier to mine Bitcoin blocks than finding and extracting gold. Quote, gold is limited and you have to look for it. Bitcoin is the most amazing mathematical miracle. I did not invest in Bitcoin, but I believe it's here to stay. Many industry players and analysts have referred to Bitcoin as digital gold, as both gold and Bitcoin have limited supply, thus potentially retaining value on the market. While gold is limited by physical supply and the difficulty of extraction, Bitcoin mining is capped at 21 million coins by its source code, meaning that no new single Bitcoin once the last one is mined in 2140. Wozniak remarks come shortly after Ricardo Piego, the third richest man in Mexico, declared that it's absolutely right to refer to Bitcoin as the new gold. Quote, that's totally right, Bitcoin's the new gold, but much more portable. Transporting Bitcoin's so much easier than having gold bars in your pockets, the billionaire businessman said. All right, well, we have a few high-profile billionaires at least.
Well, I mean, I've been saying that for a while, because like if Elon really does want to take us to Mars, maybe become interplanetary, what are we gonna be shipping gold back and forth? That doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Once we reach that kind of
It's gotta
scale,
be digital.
I'm gonna need a satellite uplink to forward the sats to Jason back on Earth, so he can send me.
Bam.
You send me a care
Big Mac.
package. Yeah, you send me a freeze-dried McDonald's care package on the next rocket to Mars. I'll be waiting for the 3-year turnaround.
Or maybe we can literally go hang out on the moon, have a Big Mac.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's get into the next piece. Speaking of Elon, all right, Elon Musk explains why Dogecoin will be superior, not just to Bitcoin.
That's fucking stupid.
But Ethereum, even Ethereum, after its next big upgrade. Ooh.
And Dogecoin, the next Bitcoin killer. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the next Ethereum, the next everything killer. This is the one coin to rule them all. Don't need to hold anything but Doge. This, of course, is satire, guys. Do not dump your bags for Dogecoin
the Onion
just yet.
Publish that?
Well, let's go take a look. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has once again weighed in on cryptocurrency scaling wars in a recent reply to a tweet posted by prominent Dogecoin community member Matt Wallace. The billionaire claims that both Bitcoin and Ethereum have slow and expensive base layers, hence they require multi-layer transaction system in order to function properly. Here is the tweet. Dogecoin update indeed, and then Elon replies to him saying Bitcoin and Ethereum are pushing multi-layer transaction systems, but base layer transactions are slow and transaction cost is very high. There is merit into Doge maximizing base layer transaction rate and minimizing transaction costs, with exchanges acting as the de facto secondary layer. Meanwhile, Dogecoin poised to maximize the speed of the base layer transaction while minimizing costs. Wow, it's just that easy, is it, Mr. Elon? Musk recently voiced his support for a fee reduction proposal that could dramatically enhance the meme coin scalability. The entrepreneur's most recent take was met with some criticism from the crypto community. Bitfinex CTO jokingly suggested that the billionaire should build rockets with spit and paper to make them cheaper.
Paper mache.
Yes, here he goes. Here's
gold panels for radiation.
Here's that CTO Paulo's take on this. We need to start building rockets with spin and paper. Definitely cheaper and more lightweight. Well, security won't be the same, but sure, it's a viable trade-off. Yes, that's an apt observation. Elon's certainly demonstrating that he really doesn't have a super firm grasp of the of some of the meta behind engineering a blockchain and the different trade-offs you make trying to balance, security and speed. Alas, merely a fast base layer does not make a successful chain, much less an Ethereum killer, but that's what Elon is floating this Friday. Guys, Elon, I mean, I don't know if he's trolling. I don't know if he actually.
I think he's just losing his gourd. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. He's pretty wild. I was expecting.
He might have just died and then AI replaced him.
I mean, it's just glaringly obvious how little. I should say how how often Elon Musk is willing to opine on subjects on which he knows so
Nothing.
little.
Yeah, because that makes
And
no
it makes
sense.
you wonder how much he really knows about all the other subjects that he's opining on that I myself don't know much about, but you know.
Yeah, like
There's
he's
a
gonna
term
get
for
us
that.
to Mars apparently.
Can't remember the term for that, but there's an actual term coined for that particular topic.
Bullshitter?
Yeah.
No, another
Liar?
one, a more academic term.
Masochist.
No. There's another one. I can't remember.
Topological liar.
Yes, all the above. Let's just call them all the above, guys. So there you go, guys.
Chalk it up.
Elon, I was expecting more. I was expecting him to be like, oh man, the developers came up with this wicked idea to port smart contracts and
Yeah, like
other
at least say
Ethereum
something
features.
intelligence about the tokenomics or something, because that's got to
Yeah, it's
change
like,
first.
let's make the blocks bigger. It's like, hey buddy, we had this conversation like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
you
what are you
might,
doing?
might wanna
Yeah, might
you
want
might
to
wanna just, roll back the tape a little.
brush
next,
up on.
next, he's gonna be shilling XRP.
That would be the
I hear it's
day.
the banking solution.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
He's gonna use XRP to use the urinal on his spaceships.
Yep, so there you go. Drop an XRP token in order to use
Dropping
the
dumps.
bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise you have to hold it the
Dump
entire
it.
All right, XRP, the urinal
Buddy, it's
token.
A few more million miles, so we're not turning around.
Are we there yet?
Mm.
All right. Enough of this shenanigans, guys. That's about it for today as far as the news is concerned. Let's check out the time. Yeah, we're pretty much at the wrap of the of this news intro segment. Let's get into the live chat, see who's kicking it with us this Friday. Expand out the chat window just a touch. And here we go. Rolling up now. Alex, apparently you beat everybody today to the live chat. But Bob the Builder was one of the first here, and he says, man, second place in the comments again today. Shucks. Well, Bob, I will give you the honorary first. Alex doesn't actually count. He's part of the team. He can't. That's the equivalent of insider trading. So. Bob the Builder, shoutouts to you. You're apparently first in the live chat today. Any word over on DLive? Happy Cyber Polygon Day. Yeah, it's Cyber Polygon Day. Duck and cover, I guess.
What does that even mean?
It's like some huge military exercise simulating some kind of giant cyber attack on the internet.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Usually conspiracy people got their radar up on the Cyber Polygon Day.
For some reason, I thought about that Pokemon Polygon from like the first original series.
I believe his name was Porygon, but close.
No, Polygon.
No, it was Porygon.
Are you sure?
Dude, you're talking to Ash Ketchum here. I know my Pokemons, all right? I know
Gotta catch them all,
well,
man.
at least the first 150. All right, I don't know too many after that, but what can I say? I'm a real life Pokedex over here. Taz Blitz over on DLive running. Good evening, guys.
Polygon evolves into Porygon. Eat it.
Nah, bud. It's Porygon, and Porygon evolves into Porygon 2.0 or Porygon 2. For sure, unless I'm wrong. I'd be pretty salty if I was.
Unless I'm wrong.
All right. We'll verify the veracity of the Pokemon
I'm
claims.
looking at Ash Ketchum's Pokedex right now, bud. It's Polygon.
Dude, there's no way it's... Okay, listen, I'll get to that in just a minute. Taz Blitz, good evening, guys. Shout out to Taz Blitz, welcome to the show. Benjai over on YouTube. TGIF, guys, have a good show. Well, thank you, Benjai. Chop. Indeed, it is a choppy one. Bob the Builder, Friday is my least favorite day because equities and Forex closed today. All right, Bob the Builder. Yeah, the markets do wind down on this day. That's the whole point, is to shut your terminal, bro, and go enjoy your weekend in the Hamptons or something. Let's see here. Yep, at least we have crypto 24/7. Indeed, if you're a complete degen trader, crypto allows you to stay peeled to your terminal all week,
I don't even think I'd
all
use
year
a
long.
computer if crypto didn't exist.
Of course you would, buddy. Of course you would. What would
Barely.
you do without a computer?
I don't know.
We still got to
Pick up,
build you
like,
that
wood-
gaming rig. Still got to build you
pick
that
up, like,
high-end computer.
Woodcraft or something.
Wood crafting, yeah. Small ham radio repair. I don't know. Profit Bear.
We're gonna
says,
need it with the EMP coming.
at this rate. Yeah, Profit Bear, way to go, CRO. Well, shout outs to Profit Bear. Yes, way to go, CRO. Franklin MC, 700 stupid people. Some of them, yeah, maybe, but, I never would have thought that signing up on Binance.com, or sorry, .us in this case, the US-based operation, I thought they'd be even more credible, more safe than the .com. I've never had issues with Binance.com personally. Yes, I'm very, very suspicious, or, I'm very careful, definitely. But .us, to have taken this many US customers for a ride, very, very unfortunate. And based on reading some of those complaints, I don't know if it was entirely due to end user stupidity, and actually might have very well been due to poor customer service and other issues over at Binance. So very, very sus indeed. Any reason for not using Binance? If they don't like it, it must be good. Well, not using Binance, if you're talking like Binance.com versus Binance.us, the reason a lot of people don't use Binance.com is because, they don't qualify. They're not really supposed to be on there. So they play by the rules and they go to the platform that's kind of US based. If you're talking about Binance just in general, why not to use it? It carries a counterparty risk that most exchanges do, right? You deposit crypto with anybody, there is a risk that exchange could steal it, or it could go down, or it could be a hack. It's just a risk. When you don't hold your own crypto, you don't hold your own keys, there's a risk. Now, Binance, seemingly a kind of legit, mostly legit exchange, pretty trusted. But you never know when there's a black swan event. You never know when CZ and Binance will go belly up, or some crazy unforeseen thing will happen. And for that reason, you got to be careful where you deposit your money. Binance might be legit today, but tomorrow might go down in history as the next Mt. Gox. Otherwise, people seem to use it all the time. It's not that big of a deal, but maybe just be careful how much you leave on there at any one given time. Alright, Lambo Dreams in the D-Live chat writes, crypto people still simping for CZ even after let his Chinese pals scam people out of millions on his centralized shit chain.
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, you did read that one earlier. Yeah. Well, some people made away like bandits thanks to the Binance Smart Chain shitcoin listings. What a casino, what an era. Imagine thinking that the BSC and those tokens have much staying power. Alas, this is just the world we live in. People are greedy and they're willing to take chances. Lambo Dream says BSC is literally like half rugs at this point. Yeah, I believe it. I certainly believe it. Maurice Eddy over on YouTube writes, you guys thinking about leaving Bybit, or are y'all not too concerned with the crackdowns going on? I know if you're not withdrawing more than 2 BTC a day, you are good for KYC, but still, I would be very wary. I mean, 2 BTC or not, maybe sooner or later, your account, for one reason or another, might be flagged for additional verification. If you don't want to do that, consider maybe not sticking around on Bybit for very long.
I don't
Guys,
like
there's
it.
only so many exchanges that we have, available to you. So I do think that it's probably time to pull the plug on Binance really soon, just because they're starting their new tracking stuff. And
Are you saying Binance or Bybit?
It's such a huge deal. What?
Are you saying Binance or Bybit?
I'm saying Binance. Binance,
Okay.
we may have to, maybe
Yeah.
we'll start using Bittrex or something. There's other
I pulled my funds.
locations.
I just don't like it.
Bittrex is KYC. Yeah, it's going to become increasingly difficult to not get KYC'd, guys. Now, most of us play by the rules. We pay our taxes, so it's probably not the end of the world. But, some people are privacy-oriented, and they really don't want a KYC with an exchange.
The reason I choose the exchanges that I do is not because they don't have KYC, because I do KYC in a lot of the places. It's because they kind of have either the most options or the best feature or best services. But if Binance stops, the moment Binance and Bybit stop having that cost benefit ratio in the right direction, then we'll use it. We'll use a U.S. exchange. If you guys want to hide from taxes, I'm sorry. You guys will you won't be able to take the signals, and you'll just have to hang around our group and just learn stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I just Yeah, I'm not at this point. I'm not concerned about Bybit because the amount is so great right now that unless you're withdrawing like $60,000 a day, it's no big deal. And then if they change it, then we'll leave. Or even if they flag your account, they can't let you not take your money off.
Yeah, they can't steal your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although they can sandbag you like Binance did, but Bybit at least is one of those places that's less likely to do that. They have good customer service.
Yeah, I've always had really good experiences with their customer service.
Those are my feelings on that.
All right, well said. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and read a couple more comments. We get started with the next segment of the show. Lambo Dream says, I say invest in PERP protocol and Woo token. All right, PERP and Woo. There you go. There is Lambo Dream.
I should have bought more Woo at 2 cents. I should have bought any Woo at 2 cents. I had bought it and then I sold it at like 3.5 cents.
Degen traders will need their leverage, says Lambo Dreams. They will find a way. Eventually, there won't be a CZ at the helm to arrest or shut down. Yeah, indeed, the world might become more DEX. DEXs might very well sooner or later take over the space, making all of this moot. But arguably, they have a long technical road ahead of them to, of course, accomplish that. But, maybe give enough time. Let's see here. That's me posting the link here. When will people learn no one in the space is trustworthy? Yes, this is a shark pool, guys. You have to be absolutely careful. Degen traders need their leverage. Yeah, the thing with leverage is, it does allow you to trade with a bigger punch while keeping the bulk of your assets off the exchange, right? I think that's really why it's not. I agree that a lot of people do love their degen trading, but I think it does serve a useful function, which is, you could deposit maybe a tenth or a third of your total stack and still kind of trade accordingly without having the entire stack exposed to all that risk. So that's one of, I think, the main uses of leverage, and I think it's not all about degen trading, but I feel you here, Lambo Dreams. Let's have a look. Any word. Owen Benjamin could buy bearish.com. Who's Owen Benjamin? Is he that crazy YouTuber dude, that live streamer guy who's got banned off a lot of platforms? Is that the Owen Benjamin I'm thinking of? I don't think he's got the money to buy bearish.com, but maybe I'm wrong. Jamook.
Maybe this person's talking about Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson could afford it.
Yes, Owen Wilson. He's pretty big. You guys seen that new show, Loki? I think he's in Loki, is he? Anybody seen Loki?
Time Cop, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a time cop show. Yeah, you got it.
Time Cop.
Yeah, it's like Time Cop. Loki's actually pretty good. I don't really like a lot of these Marvel superhero shows or any of these movies, but Time Cop is Time Cop. Loki's good. Loki's pretty cool. I liked it so far.
WandaVision was pretty damn good. Did you not like WandaVision?
It was okay. It was alright.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get fully. I watched, I think, at least 6 or 7 episodes of it. It kind of fell off at some point.
That wasn't enough for you?
WandaVision was alright. I don't know. Just didn't capture my imagination hard enough. I'm still watching Loki.
Episode 7, you probably don't like it.
Yeah, it was okay. It was decent, but it was not my total cup of tea. But I heard by later in the season, I hear it really turns up. But what can I say? It's no The Wire. All right, I'm a fan of The Wire. I like HBO shows.
Fancy ass tea.
These superheroes, I certainly do. Let's have a look. Jamook. Is this Jamook? Jim14UK. Are you Jamook? Are you the user formerly known as Jamook? Jim14UK. Good evening, Kraken Crypto. He writes. Shouts to you. Dunning-Kruger effect. Maybe it is a Dunning-Kruger effect I was thinking of. I think Lambo Dreams got it right. Dunning-Kruger. I just want to be sure. Dunning-Kruger hypothetical cognitive bias, stating that people with low ability at a task overestimate their ability. It's related to the cognitive bias. Yes, Dunning-Kruger indeed. All right, thank you for refreshing my memory on that one, Lambo Dreams. Mike Maker, I bet it's going to go down just like Event 201. All right, hopefully I didn't just ban us for mentioning the word Event 201, but at last I'm going to just ban this twice. Mike Maker, give it 9 years. Yes, 9 more years. AM on YouTube, it's Porygon. Ash was right. Indeed, I was. Prophet Bear, shoutouts to you. Finally, Wood crafting, yeah. Rat died on D Live. Good entry to start accumulating. Yep, I'll add that to the request line. Hang tight, Benjai. Where do you guys trade those Woo tokens? Asks Benjai. Uniswap, I think. Is it just on Uniswap? Let me take a look. Let's quickly look up where the Woo token trades. Where's the coin market? It's on Huobi as well. Top trading pair happens to be on Huobi, but followed by Uniswap. Yes, so you can get it on Huobi Global, or yes, just go to Uniswap if you're not already using Uniswap. Get it on Uniswap. All right. Owen Benjamin got kicked off of YouTube, D Live, etc. He's got a cult of bear username followers. Yes, okay, so that is the one I was thinking of. Yep, I know Owen Benjamin and his cult following of bears. He is quite, yeah, he's a C actor and comedian. Yeah, I know Owen Benjamin quite well.
Are you sure we're not talking about Owen Wilson?
No, we're talking about Owen Benjamin.
What about Luke Wilson? I like old school.
Wilson.
That's his brother, man.
Is Luke Wilson Owen Wilson's brother?
Yes, he is, which is odd.
Huh.
Wow.
Today you learned something.
Hey, hold on. Let's
the Godfather.
Luke Wilson. This guy.
He just doesn't have the schnoz.
Doesn't have the schnoz. This guy is Owen. Okay.
Hansel.
Well, now I learned. Here they are. Here they are together. Here's the two together. Yes, yes, indeed. Well, you learn something new every day. All right.
Useless info from Jason.
Certainly is. Yes, Owen Benjamin is gone from YouTube. They kicked him off everything. He is a bit of he's a character. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. The one Prophet Bear. Yes, I'm an Owen Bear, by the way. It's not Owen Benjamin. All right, it's Owen Bear. All right. We have some bears in the chat, I guess. What a weird alignment. Guys, I'm not the biggest fan of Owen, but what can we say? That's
Owen Benjamin or Owen Wilson?
Owen Benjamin. This particular this bear guy.
Just gonna keep this going for no reason.
Oh my god, I want to blow my. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. That's the fun.
Blowing my brains out over here.
Yep, let's get into the next segment, guys. We gotta get into the Gotta get into the TA next, guys. We're perfectly on time to do that. So, Alex, if you don't mind going live.
Okay.
As for the rest of yous, I'm going to go in there into the live chat, collect some of your questions next for the AMA chart request section coming up in a bit. And of course, the D Live chest is going to be opened in about 55 minutes. All right. Still got a bit of time to go for that chest. In the meantime, let's hop over to the live scene here. Currently synced up with Alex. He's looking at the BTC/USD daily chart on BitMEX. As for me, I'm gonna extract your requests, guys. Get those requests in now. AMA section coming your way shortly. All right, Alex, you've got control. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So there's really not much to report on Bitcoin today. We've got more. We have an upward movement, but it's essentially more sideways, right? It's not a super strong movement like we've seen on a lot of other tokens, coins, and we're still inside of our moving average channel. We don't even have a cross up yet. It's just such a weak upward movement here on Bitcoin that I hesitate to call it an upward movement yet. It certainly is encouraging. If it was like just all downside here, that'd be actually a little scary in this spot. But you know, as Jack showed earlier, the Dixie is down a little bit today, and I can't help but feel like basically all the upside here is just, you know, a reaction to the Dixie being down. There's just like not a whole lot of interest right this second, or just not, you know, in Bitcoin. So we have we have more sideways on Bitcoin, and positive. It's like positive sideways because we're up a little bit, but it's still sideways. So the market has reacted very bullishly on alts to that. Let's look over here at. Oh, this is interesting. So Bitcoin dominance actually up just a little bit today. So even though Bitcoin is not quite up as much as a lot of the alts, there's enough money flooding into Bitcoin in total that we still saw some overall increase in the ratio. Oh boy, this isn't loading. Hey, Jack. Okay, good. I was worried that my internet had gone down there
Nope,
for a
looks
second.
like you're good.
Oh, we can hear you.
Here on DeFi Perp today, you see we're up 3.5%, while Bitcoin is only up 1.5%, roughly. Is it really like a bullish movement, or is it more of a reaction? I think it makes sense to look for more downside on the alts here. Ride up here just a little bit more, trade sideways, come down. Oh, looks like we're holding this trend. Let's draw it from a lower time frame. Man, my computers want to load today. Where's my price data? So lower time frame, at least, we've broken the uptrend. Yeah, so this is just ultimately the price action is still just so close to what Bitcoin is doing that there's not much of note. Interestingly, exchange perp seems to be holding the uptrend. Versus shit perp here where we have broken uptrend. And I think this is better. You see, it's the same broken trend here. Hope your eyes are getting better at seeing this stuff. Yep, same broken trend right here. Broken trend. No, perp 2. Okay, so maybe more downside on the alts here. We expect more upside on Bitcoin dominance. If it loads, we will find out. I think it makes more sense to get more downside on Bitcoin dominance, not more upside. Just maybe a little reaction upwards. I think we should see just like a small resurgence in our alts here. I don't know. You know, it's not on the alt charts necessarily, but Bitcoin dominance I think is telling us that we should expect alts to do better here. See what traditionals are doing. Interesting. On the 3-day, this looks like a pretty firm rejection, doesn't it?
Dixie. Yeah.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Rejection. That's a lot of days here to not be able to overcome this resistance level that we've been eyeing. We get this exit signal right here at resistance. That's the kind of confluence we want. And we're getting this break of the uptrend at the same time, right? That's pretty, that's enough confluence to make me feel pretty convinced that we're getting a firm rejection here on the Dixie. Okay, cool. So this is very positive for us. If the dollar moves down, that can give crypto room to breathe, which we haven't had in several weeks, right? Let's see. So the dollar bottoms out where? Let's say around May 18th through May 27th, right? Let's look at that area. So dollar bottoms out here. What was going on Bitcoin during those days? May 18th, May 20th. So in this area, dollar starts moving up. What happens? We start getting pushed down, push down. If we get a reversal on the dollar starts moving down. We start seeing some pushes upwards, right? I'll take those. Okay, so Dixie is encouraging. That's good. Dollar down, Dow up, and now this is kind of interesting looking, right? We're breaking through the downtrend. We're getting what looks like a baseline bounce long on a gap up. Continuation long signal here. And you could argue that this is like some kind of head and shouldery looking pattern here. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens around 350 because the thought was maybe we could bounce up and still come up here and tag this area. And it could still be bearish on the Dow Jones. What's the weekly look like? What's this? Okay. So actually, this would be, I think, a bearish weekly close. We close this in an hour and a half or so. And why is it that I think this is a bearish weekly close? Because we do get movement off of this resistance level, right? So resistance, support, 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 breakdown, support, support. I think this is bearish because here we are falling below our weekly baseline. When we held above very well the whole way up, right? So we've broken below our weekly baseline. And just, I think, importantly, let's look at the candle sizes. We see sellers stepping in, small candle, medium candle, big candle, very big candle. And when we see buyers step in, we see a big candle, then a medium candle, and then a small candle. And that's not the kind of momentum we want to see on buyers and sellers. We want to see sellers petering out. We want to see buyers gaining strength. But instead, when they're taking their individual turns, we see when sellers have their turn, we see increasing strength. When buyers have their turn, we see decreasing strength. That's not good. And we see this decreasing strength into resistance. Well, you know, if we push through even harder at the end of today, then I guess we can still keep going. This is on the daily. this is a rather bullish close if we close this. With this break and the continuation signal, Watt is firing. Really, what more can you ask for a long signal here? But a daily long signal could take us up to like 351, 352, somewhere up here, and then we collapse down. So I think the weekly is something for us to keep our eyes on. Well, surely, if the Dow is up and the Dixie is down, then the S&P and the NASDAQ have to be killing it today. So I'm most likely going to have to eat crow for suggesting that QQQ could be at all bearish. We even reclaimed this, not quite sure where to draw this, we even reclaimed this uptrend here. What the weekly look like? This isn't a fantastic weekly candle. But again, we could come down and retest this area, and everything can remain bullish for the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF. Yeah, I wonder if maybe we're just a little exhausted here. How many days are we moving up? Or how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we'll get like a 9 count. Maybe a 9 count, yeah. Maybe one more week of up, and then a little bit of pullback. S&P gotta be up today.
Gotta be. Yep.
And this market is just fucking bipolar. We're gapping up, we're gapping down, we're gapping all over the place here.
It really is. Frustrating.
Well, shockingly, guys, I think maybe we'll continue for the summer here. So maybe I should redraw these lines. Maybe this is actually a logarithmic line. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's try and find a new line here, because I don't. We're so bullish, but we're outside of the trend. Maybe I just got this wrong. Maybe I've got the line wrong. Maybe I need to just kind of. Maybe I just need to redo this. Let's just delete it up. Delete it. Let's start over. I don't like the weekly here. Let's look at a 3-day trend. This is good. Some potential log trends. This doesn't make much sense. With linear, we do have some sense. I think this kind of makes more sense looking at it, right? Maybe having drawn it with the weekly trend, maybe I was too tight, because you draw it like this, and we're still within the uptrend, right? We got these data points right here, this data point, and this data point as touches, and we're not outside this line. Yeah, maybe I was just too ungracious with my line drawing. Yeah, that's the danger of trend lines. You guys, when they break, they're so strong, right? You see them, I'll draw them, and the trend line break, price just takes off in whatever direction we're looking at. You don't have your trend lines right, and you completely misjudge what the market is doing. Maybe we have misjudged what the market is doing here for the S&P 500. We have a broken uptrend at all? This is fine. Okay. I guess I was wrong. I guess we're going up here. This is not a continuation signal like we have on the Dow Jones, but this is still rather bullishly postured. What can you say? We're already retesting all-time highs. New all-time highs beget more all-time highs. That's what I was saying back here. That's what we've seen. Boom, 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 boom. It starts happening. So I guess I don't mean to sound disappointed. I'm just confused a little.
Yeah, lately it's just kind of all over the place.
Your volume is so down to me right now, Jason.
Is that any better? I mean,
Yeah, he's fine. He was just probably leaned away from the mic.
I have a headset on, so it shouldn't move.
Just a quick shout outs to Sufta. Let's just call him Sufta, and he says great TA 10 PLN super chatted our ways. Well, very big thank you to you, Mr. Sutna.
What kind of currency is that? PLN.
PLN, that's the Polish PL, the Polish monies, Polish dollars.
Polish monies.
Hard,
Like that.
hard Polish dollars in your pocket. Thank you for the super chat. I'll add your request to the request line. Thank you.
Okay. I want to go and look at bonds and everything. So,
Must be having a bad
interestingly,
day.
we're getting a bounce on the Russell 2000. Oh my God, we're holding the
Trend.
uptrend.
Yeah. Give him a break.
Look at that.
Yep.
It's doing something with my line. Actually, I think this line could be better. What do we got here? No, let's just leave it where it is. Price did the thing with my line. It likes it. Let's not mess with it. Reversal signal on time transformation. Fascinating. Remember earlier in the week, Russell 2000 looked so bad that when you look at it from this angle, it's still pretty fucking bad.
It doesn't look great. Not a bad
Well,
reaction
I
off the
suppose
one
there's an
after all.
argument to be made that we've got an ascending triangle right now. I would still be pretty cautious here. You look at the higher time frames, it's hard not to continue to be bearishly biased. Yeah, we're underneath the weekly baseline too. On time. Five-year, perhaps a little topped out here. We are at the edge of the trading range, or at least part of the trading range.
Yeah, with everything
Exit
doing what
signal
it's
here.
doing, I would assume bonds are having a negative day.
Yep. This is potentially a time to be exiting 2-year bonds. Arguably, this is a movement back up to retest resistance after breakdown. So, breakdown, we come up, we retest the area, then we continue the breakdown. Well, that would suggest that we will get more, because 2-year treasury bonds are what get fucked with the most by the Fed when they're trying to manipulate, the yield curve. So, I think this would imply more fuckery by the Federal Reserve.
Or
Coming
fuckery,
up?
but
Whoops. Five-year looking very similar. Rejection from resistance. I might have we started with 5-year, I think, actually. So mind. It's 10-year that I wanted to look at. No, we broke resistance here. Maybe we could still move up more on 10-year. Interestingly, 30-year also having a down day here. Maybe this needs to be redrawn. What's this like on the weekly? You know, if anything, it should be more like this rather than. Yeah, that's a true breakout. Let's see. We do see resistance here. Am I eyeballing this? Okay. We can reject from this area, come down here, and trade outside of this, and it'll still be bullish long term for the 30 year. But we may need some more accumulations range. It looks to me that bonds are implying that. Yeah, so the dollar is pulling back, and bonds are pulling back, and equities are making new highs. So that's kind of implying that the summer doldrums could be over already, right?
Certainly would think so.
One would hope.
Unless we just get a weird ass weekend where things just kind of go all crazy.
Imply,
That's just it.
Lisa?
These things don't move on the weekend.
Well, I'm just saying, like with what's happening in Bitcoin and stuff, like now maybe we get like some weird action to the upside, but then the sell off or something. Things just seem weird right now.
Okay.
Quick.
Oh, hey.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt.
Platinum is breaking its downtrend.
Sorry, I was just going to interrupt really quick to shout out Lambo Dreams on D Live came through with a diamond super chat. He wrote, "Great show, guys. Thanks for the quality TA." Well, thank you for the
Appreciate you, buddy.
for the diamond, Lambo Dreams. Rolo Maximus also wrote, "Hey, my favorite TA guys. Hope all is well." All right. Well, shout outs to Rolo for joining the stream. ETH1 also says he joined the stream late just now. Hi everyone, I wish you all a profitable day. Well, thank you to everybody coming through the stream with your very generous super chats and comments. Back to Alex.
Okay. So, interestingly, commodities are recovering here too, as at the exact same time the dollar looks like it's falling, right? The dollar breaks its uptrend, and what happens? Platinum breaks its downtrend on the same day? It's no coincidence. Like, these markets are so interconnected. I think palladium still looks a little topped out here, though. I'm not buying this small movement in palladium. This still to me looks like a blow off. This is like one final. I guess you would call this like a reflexive rally from how oversold. Like this is like probably this is some of the biggest down days on palladium since March of 2020, right? Here versus over here. Silver's got an up day, but even we're still down on the week.
Yeah,
it's not
still doesn't look very good.
Yeah. I do think I would like to consider redrawing these lines, though. This is starting to look like it's just like a triangle formation of some kind. No, maybe I should. Maybe it's fine the way it is. I'm actually going to tighten it up. I say we're outside of the triangle already.
Pattern is broken. Get out of here.
I know. If you look at it at the weekly, and maybe I'm.
I mean,
too ungracious. More like that.
In my experience, like I've actually cut it through a lot. I've seen it crawl on the underside of setting triangles of that trend line all the time. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility at this point, but it does not look strong.
Okay. You know, at the very least, there's a chance we can come up and retest $28 here, where depending on how we open next week. At this point today, we're going to close inside of we're gonna close the side of the Kelder channel. But if we open strong next week, that should put us above above our daily baseline, and also I think give us a kick here, where we'll get a cross up. Gold showing some strength today, getting a long signal on my system. I think it's worth taking at least back towards 1830, 1850, but it might just be a good area to try and hold it all the way back towards the highs, maybe even 2000, maybe even if the dollar keeps falling here, just straight up continuation on gold, right? Markets keep going, gold goes, Bitcoin goes, crypto goes, like the entire market just like another level upwards later on in the year. That would be very interesting, right? So if there were like really heavy inflation fears, like the Fed, you know, really stepped it up, maybe that could cause it. I don't know. You know, we had inflation fears before, and gold didn't respond very strongly. Although gold did respond very strongly after the heavy stimulus in March. So stimulus here, 325, and then gold responds beginning in anyway, it's a quite a year-long thing here.
A year-long thing here.
Yeah. Oh, here's where maybe. Anyway, I drew this stuff on the chart quite a while back. Anyway, I still suggest to you guys that that there's some upside here on gold. I'm just not sure where. Maybe towards 1850, maybe towards $2,000. But for right now, I see us continuing to trade within this general range rather than breaking down. Let's look at chart requests. Let's just. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to look at because I noted this last week that you know, I wasn't sure that we really needed the EOS trade to turn around soon, or ultimately it was if EOS broke down against Ethereum, then the EOS trade no longer made sense, because the whole idea was that EOS wasn't just going to outperform Bitcoin, but that EOS would also outperform Ethereum. And that's why we were taking this trade for the long term. And we did finally today get that movement off of the lows, pulling us back into this previous trading range, and I think kind of setting us up nicely to then move back towards the top of this trading range and maybe get a breakout, and we'll get that movement of EOS against Ethereum here. So it could be setting up for a nice move here, potentially.
EOS is the new Bitcoin.
Yep, EOS is the new Bitcoin. All right, so let's go ahead and look at chart requests.
Let's do it. We've got a generous amount of time still remaining in the show to take a look at these, and about 20 minutes to go for the chest opening. All right. Taz Blitz writes, D-Live Lemon Army. Indeed, guys, get your lemons in. Gonna open that chest in 20 minutes, like I said. Let's drop another ice cream in the bucket. And Jamook writes, very informative. Thank you, Cracking Crypto. It's our pleasure, as always, to bring you the TA.
That Jamook, or is that Jim14 UK?
It's Jim14 UK, but I have a strong suspicion it's Jamook. And in fact, I think earlier in the chat he did clarify he is, in fact, the famous Jamook. All right. All right, enough jamookery. Let's get into the next request.
I'm just realizing that it's Jim UK.
I know, but it is indeed Jim UK, but
No, but it's totally Jamook. But I'm just realizing yeah.
It started out as the great Jamook meme. So
Jamooks
let's
everywhere.
yes, Jamooks everywhere, indeed. With that said, let's get into the requests. I'm gonna put the first request on screen in just a second. Let's do it. Hide this and reveal this. Bada boom. All right. We've got. All right. I've moved this new user. I'm going to throw him a bone. He did, in fact, give us a super chat. So I'm going to throw him, push him up the list. We're going to look at MATIC first. This is, of course, from Sufta. Sufta on YouTube with the 10 PLN super chat. Great TA. Would you long MATIC now? He asks. Sure. Let's give MATIC a look. And would you long it now, Alex?
Not yet. Where's I think this is a linear trend, yeah. Let's look at this linear, or let's look at this logarithmically. This is a log trend. Here we go. As you can see, we just haven't broken the downtrend yet, right? We're hanging out right inside of our daily baseline. We haven't broken the downtrend. I don't think it's time to buy MATIC. Because MATIC could still break down a little further, down into below $1. Because everybody buys here, they're so sure MATIC goes up. Boom. Bottom falls out. MATIC totally dumps, another 25-30%, right? Pushes out all of these people into the waiting, the loving waiting arms of institutional liquidity orders, right? Where everybody gets stopped out into their waiting buy orders. So I don't actually like this anymore right here. This is interesting to me. See, we pop down into here. We don't right here. We kind of hold this support level, but we just close underneath it, right? So support, 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 support. Broken support yesterday? I don't know. So with all these things, there's enough reasons to give us pause. And you know what? Let's just wait for the break of the downtrend, right? There's like all these reasons, like, I don't know. It could go either way, maybe. We've got. This is telling us right here. Time transformation is telling us that we've got downside in our future. Wada Tar is telling you downside, right? We're almost in sell signal territory here for MATIC. So I think overall, it's best to just sit on your hands and then just wait for the break of the downtrend, or wait until we do fall into this area, because I think MATIC below $1, especially 75 cents, instant buy.
All right, there's your look at MATIC. Thank you very much once again for that super chat. I hope you do subscribe and follow, because we come to you live every day, 2 hours Monday through Friday, bringing you this high quality TA. All right, MATIC in the bag. Let's get into the next request. Profit Bear says, way to go, CRO. All right, well, let's check in on CRO.
All right. Unfortunately, I do not see it right now. We've got this broken uptrend. This is just a movement to retest the point of control / resistance. At this time, I'm looking for more downside on Crow USDT, I think. But
And for that reason, he is out.
You look at the 3-day, and it's kind of interesting. Okay. We do still have this broken downtrend, right? That's a nice trend. All right, maybe a little bit of downside here on Crow, but not much. Well, maybe just a retest of support down here. This entire area. Yeah. 9 cents, 10 cents. I like that. Let's see if we can start retesting 10 cents from above. We get a firm rejection off of that, we'll probably quickly start moving up towards 16 cents, 18 cents, something like that. What's next?
All right, there is CRO for Profit Bear. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next request. All right, it's Lambo Dreams mentioning PERP protocol and Woo token. All right, the PERP protocol. Let's take a gander here. PERP protocol, top trading. I'm assuming you're already loading it up out of curiosity. Yeah, it's on Binance.
Right now we looked a little topped out to me. Here you see we've had resistance. This area was resistance. Came up here, tapped as resistance again. This 3-day candle is very, very not good. But I do know that this happens to be on there we go. Try next there. To me, we just look really topped out here at resistance. I'd be trying to buy it back in your $5. It makes me sad. Didn't I own PERP below $1? It's the Sushi Swap PERP. There's Uniswap PERP should have much more data. There we go. Yeah, pretty sure I did own some of it down here.
Hey, Alex, do you have anything running in the background that would be eating up some of your bandwidth? Are you watching the stream live in the background? Maybe pause the stream or close the stream window. Your bandwidth seems your bandwidth seems to be a little lacking at the moment, but yeah, please continue.
Okay, is that helpful at all?
Not yet, but give it some time for the encoding to improve. It's fine. It's a little blurry on screen, but give it another minute or so. Hopefully, it will correct itself.
Well, I mean, if people can't see the chart, then what am I doing?
They can see the chart, but it's just a little blurred.
Okay. All right.
What am I doing?
All right. Well, I closed several tabs.
All right. Well, we'll give it another shake.
All right. PERP and what?
PERP and the Woo token. WOO. Yep.
Right now, it looks like we should at least expect a retest of like 40 cents, maybe 35 cents, somewhere in that area. Trends, right, man? Gotta love trends.
Yeah, I wish Jinkos would come back.
I think it's best to look for some kind of pullback to be a buyer on Woo right now. This looks still topped out. Why haven't we been able to get over the 70 cent resistance area here? So resistance, support.
So we can make that W.
Yeah. What's next?
All right, there's a look at PERP and Woo, guys. Let's get into the next one. Before I do, let me see if I can correct the stream issue and see if reconnecting Alex's stream cleans it up a little bit. It's really weird. Like half your screen is sharp, the other half is stuck in some encoding mess. Alex.
Why don't I just exit and re-enter?
Yes, if you could close your stream and relaunch your screen share.
Go through the revolving door, please.
Wrong camera, bro. All right, a brief glimpse at the man himself.
Did that go on stream?
You know, a small part of that window, yeah. A very brief glimpse at the man.
Alex,
behind.
put some clothes on.
No, I have clothes on. Thank you very much.
All right, it looks much better. That's
I've got socks. Socks are closed.
Oh dear.
Not a liar.
Really isn't. All right.
Is this working?
Yes, it's working. It looks A+ sharp again. Sorry guys for the brief interruption, but we're back now. The true Satoshi revealed. ETH1 writes. Yes, we had a Satoshi after years going underground. He's finally appeared. Where in the world is Satoshi Nakamoto? All right, enough messing around. Let's get into the next request. The following request comes from Rotdied. He asks, what's a good entry to start accumulating OMG and link spot positions? All right, let's start with OMG. Where would you start building up your spot position?
I think $2.50 makes a lot of sense. If you look at the volume down here in this area, this is pretty interesting. If $2.50 didn't hold, then I really like $1.50. But there's a lot of reasons to look towards $2.50. If you look over here, it was a previous high, swing high area. See, do we have maybe more data somewhere that we can look at? This isn't much more, but I guess this places resistance a couple times. So $2.50 I think makes sense to me. And then if that didn't hold, then I think $1.50 will hold very strongly. What's the other one?
All right, the other one would be Link. Same question. Link.
Link Marines. Never heard that.
Mount up.
God, I remember having Link at $1.
Yeah, look at this link chart, and I think the most likely thing that's going to happen is a move up towards this $25 area again, and then rejection of some kind. I can't really tell here. You know, I really like this volume down here, but $8 seems a little incredible. It's like a whole other like 70% drop from this area. What if just delete this? Maybe that does make the most sense. Yeah, this volume is really interesting right here. Okay. It's somewhere between $6.50 and $8.50. That kind of makes the most sense here. Something like this. That makes sense, right? It's a support here, support here. We take off, and then we come all the way back down. We test that support again before we continue. Whoops. Okay. What's next?
All right, Rot Died, there is your look at Omizigo and Link spots where you might want to consider accumulating. All right, get into the next.
For KuCoin shares.
Yes, cuckoo for the KuCoin shares. I
next?
think we need to bring out our own line of breakfast cereals built around your favorite
I was
crypto
gonna make.
tokens.
I was actually thinking about making a video about it this weekend.
Dude, but genius, dude. This is the amount of like $1 million ideas we spit out on this show, just kind of off the cuff, is crazy. I still got to deploy the blockchain-based Pog game. I think that will be genius. Pogs is genius.
Totally
Pogs with NFTs.
Submit a $5 transaction to Ethereum. You slam the pile of Pogs, and you know.
With your dope slammer.
Yeah, you get your proceeds. All right, enough messing around. Let's get into the next request. Nobody steal my breakfast cereal crypto idea, though, please. Kellogg's. I'm gonna have to call them afterwards. I got a contact over there in corporate. Let's see what we can make up. But in the meantime, gonna get it. Speaking of KuCoin shares, Taz Blitz is next. KCS, please. All right, KCS.
That's why I said it.
Oh, that's why you said it. All right, guys. By the way,
That was what was next.
We're just 4 minutes to go for that chest opening. Get your last few lemons in the chest, because we're gonna do a really big giveaway this Friday. In the meantime, KCS.
Oh, Ben's gonna yell at you.
Tough shit.
Tough shit.
Right now, we're just kind of trading inside of the point of control. I wouldn't do much with it here in this spot. Down towards $10 was a good place to be a buyer before. Now we're back up here. If we came back down in this area, and we started to fall below $10, I would probably exit that position and look to be a buyer back near $8 or $7.50 again. But these are really strong buying areas. At this point, I probably wouldn't look to be buying KCS anywhere below this 475 area. As in, like, I wouldn't look to be a buyer below it. As in, like, I just don't expect price to go below $4.50 on KCS, maybe ever again. It's like when all this happened, like, nobody knew that KuCoin was going to come out with, you know, KCC. This is all like insiders buying, probably based on that knowledge. So with this absorption right here, I think we'll be lucky to pick it back up near this area. So it's probably the best way to go about doing this.
Bitcoin never going below 10K, babe.
What's next?
All right, let's get into the next one. We are just 2.5 minutes to go. Let's introduce the next request. We have the following for Boris Bitcoin. He writes, "Happy Friday, everyone. Thoughts on perhaps continuation longs on the following: SNX and ALGO." All right, let's take a look at SNX first. You see any continuation long on the table here?
Yeah, this is potentially a continuation long. This is not my favorite type to enter here, but
yeah,
you could probably take this up to like 14.5, $15.
When they do play out, they usually are runners, but I usually hate taking that position as well because a lot more downside.
And maybe it's worth taking it because it's strong.
Take my strong hand.
What would the trade look like? Yeah, I think the trade makes a lot of sense, especially how we've got our stop basically at the bottom of the candle. Like, man, if we came all the way back down here, just get me out of this trade. Potentially.
The Thunder, my place.
Synthetics and what was the other one?
The other one was ALGO.
ALGO. I always forget that there's music going while we do this.
Something's got to fill out the dead air.
Right? Thought that was what I was for.
Yeah.
You do your part.
I think we've got too many lines, guys. Let's...
I'm gonna be proceeding to open the chest.
Dead
Alex,
Whitney Houston.
you can continue your thoughts, but everybody else stand by. In about 30 seconds, I'm gonna open that chest. So get your D Live cups ready.
Tree. Life gives you lemons. You probably just found lemon.
Gotta start the lemon distribution now.
I'm feeling lucky today. I'm gonna take this one.
What are you gonna take, Alga?
No, I have ALGO because I have a pair of their socks and I feel like I have to own some of it. But the lemons, I feel like I'm gonna sweep it today.
What are you talking about?
The lemons are distributed now. Jason thinks he's gonna take the top of the leaderboard.
Feeling lucky,
Fat chance. I doubt you'll even edge me out in this one.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Just a couple seconds to go. You've been warned. Get your lemons in now. 2 seconds. And here are today's winners. Bada boom.
Ow!
Neither one of us made the list. Wow, we're both losers. Let's have a look here.
Taz Blitz and Jamook.
Yep, Taz Blitz with 236 lemons. Guys, we gave away a whopping 1,000+ lemons today. Nobody does it quite like us on YouTube, or D-Live, I should say. Taz Blitz with 236 lemons. Jamook with 136.
I like that he changed his name and we still call him Jamook.
Word. Any word.
You're forever Jamook.
Any word with 98 lemons. Franklin MC with 78 lemons, and Boris Bitcoin with 60 some odd lemons. Congrats, guys. There is your big Friday lemon giveaway. In the meantime, go back to continuation long topic of ALGO.
I just don't like it that much. We haven't even really made it over the previous resistance level here. Sure, if I had to choose between being long and short here, I would choose to be long. But there's got to be better options than ALGO. What's next?
All right, just a few minutes left in the show now. Let me just queue up this next one for Damian Hughes. Let's have a look. It's ChartX. ChartX for Rolo Maximus. Can we chart the ChartX token, he asks. Yeah, let's give ChartX a quick look. What is it doing? Last I checked, I was down like 95%.
I told you not to fucking buy in this area, dude.
I don't think I bought that area, but I bought somewhere in the middle of the bull market, and then I bought some more. I averaged in.
Taz Blitz.
Depending on how you want to draw it, we've got to break at the downtrend. I say that because there's certainly ways that we can draw it where the downtrend is not.
I don't know why those Pepes get me every time, but they do.
At this point, it's probably likely we at least come down and retest Ascent as support here. Maybe even trade down in this area just a little bit more. Yeah, it just I don't know. It just doesn't look super bullish yet. Definitely needs to accumulate more at least. What's next?
All right, getting right into the next request. Still a few minutes left. Should be plenty of time to knock out the remaining requests on the board. This next one is for Texas Blues. He writes, "Hey Alex, could you please look at VYGG? It's an SPAC. I'm into rumor a few months back it would carry the Reddit IPO. There's no news at the moment. Does this look like accumulation? It's 90% held by institutions. All right, VYGG. What do you think about this chart pattern here? Is this
that is
Yeah,
interesting.
looks like accumulation to me.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, this thing looks ready to blow eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, it could do this for another 4 months. So that doesn't mean go and rush out today. But I think if you're a buyer in this area, it looks like it could move upwards here.
Indeed, a good one.
Yeah, I would wait for more bullish movement before you get in because, like I said, there's opportunity cost. It could be a few more months here, so just make sure.
Nice
Yeah,
risk
right.
to reward though. You have an easy stop there. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, Jack.
Yep, sorry. I thought you were still drawing. No problem. Let's get into the next one. It's the Splash 85. Good evening, guys. Could you please take a look? A good entry for the following. XRP, KCS. I think we gave KCS a look already, so let's just give XRP a look. What would be an entry here?
Never.
I was gonna say,
Ice
damn
cold.
it, you beat me. When do I enter XRP?
Yes, this
Never.
isn't a bad place to be entering for an upwards movement here of some kind. It's just, I mean, it's so similar to everything else. I just don't see why you would pick XRP over anything else. This chart is not appreciably different in this area than on any other coin at this time. I guess either this is a good spot or 40 cents is a good spot. I can't really tell which. So if we break down below this area, I'd look to be a buyer back around 40 cents.
All right.
But it could be we hold this area and we move up from here. We've got a lot of room before the real downtrend, which is this downtrend right here. This is really our more parabolic downtrend. What's next?
All right, maybe half now, half later. In the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the next request. Only a couple requests left now. We still got about 9 minutes left in the show. Pablo Escobar on YouTube asks, what are your top 5 cryptos for the long-term hodl?
Bitcoin.
All right, there's Alex's or Jason's answer.
Long-term hodl. So that's not a question I want to answer.
Alex.
My answer to you is it's better not to long-term hodl anything because this market will fucking crush you.
Yes, now as somebody who enjoys getting crushed, I'll answer this one. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dot, Kasama, Link, just some of my hodl positions. I got EOS too, I got a bag of EOS, but I know you said top 5, so let's call it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dot, Kasama, EOS. Alright, get into the next one. We have, PSG, toes in the sand, PSG USDT. I've got some nice gains off of this move. I took profit on half of the position. Looks like we may have more continuation. All right, so he's asking about continuation on this PSG coin that he's already killing it on.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, time transformation or maybe another oscillator gave you an exit signal here. Yeah. Maybe when I look at VPVR, it looks like you at least get a retest to the top of the trading range here. So take it all the way back towards $20 or so. Doesn't look bad. Yeah. I see room to move up into this area. Maybe one more leg down towards $10 eventually. What's next?
All right, there is a look at the PSG question for Toes in the Sand. Thank you for that. All right, I see your commentary, guys. Very, very funny. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the second and last request of the day. Boris Bitcoin, if we have time, can we please take a look at the coin stock? Yes, Coinbase. Let's take a look.
Base.
Based.
Getting bait. Bait. You know what?
Moving up today, still at resistance. Nice continuation long signal. We could break up from here. It's just kind of hard to. It's just a little. I mean, it's just kind of too soon to say. I wouldn't be surprised to see a reflexive rally back up to. Yeah, $280, $300.
I like that. I've never heard you say that before. Reflexive rally.
That's literally the second
It's a good
time I've
term.
said it this show.
Well, that was the first time I heard it ever from you.
Okay. Well,
I like it.
Thank you. So yeah, this is we can see it return to this area, but I still want to see us return towards $200 eventually.
Yeah.
So I just don't think coin is done
Nice.
accumulating at these
There's
levels.
a gap
But
down there too, isn't there?
what?
There's a gap down there, isn't there? On the lows?
No, I don't see one.
Or that field.
All
Where do you
right.
see a gap?
Below the point of control.
That's already been filled right here.
Been filled, son. Gappy, gappy, gappy. All right. Let's get into the final request, assuming that concludes Alex's thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
All right. This is it. Last request of the day. It comes from Damien Hughes. He says, greetings. Can you look at XLF? It's a traditional financial stock. All right. XLF.
XLF. I don't know why the big.
Actually, it's not a stock. It's an ETF.
Ah.
Spider. Looks like you do have a broken trend there.
Not quite yet.
Yep.
Although we could always
The-
choose to draw the trend this way.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah. Kind of just stuck in between there though, so a break above would be pretty telling.
Yeah, I think we can easily come up here to retest the highs. I think that's what we're likely to see here. So we see this break of the uptrend. There's probably better ways we can draw it, but whatever. There's an uptrend here that was broken. We come down, make a low, we retest that low, it holds, and we get a reversal signal on time transformation here. Probably going to pull us back up towards the highs. I think I'd be willing to take this back towards 40. Maybe 39, 40. Here. What's next?
Well, that was it actually. Final request of the day is in the bag, guys. So another Friday
3 minutes
installment.
there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. A couple of minutes still left to go. Another Friday installment in the bag. Breaking
I don't know
Bitcoin.
what's going on, but Iowa might be getting another derecho or something.
Man, it's been pretty
storming
it's
so
been pretty
hard.
stormy lately. It's been pretty stormy and overcast lately. Wild weather. Yeah, even canceled a bit of a outing for this weekend on account of that. Man, is that EOS on a lower time frame? Oh,
EOS
okay.
just killing it on the hourly.
EOS, pure fire on the EOS front.
Looks like it's petering out a little bit, if you ask me. See the volume is falling. Candles are getting smaller. It looks like we're kind of wicking up into an area. So I imagine we're going to pull back soon here on lower time frames. I mean, I don't want it to, but I mean, it's a big movement all at once in what's
Indeed.
still
Part of the game.
kind of a low bullish sentiment market.
All right, I might have to I might have to hop on Bybit, try to snap up an entry on the next dip because EOS looking good all of a sudden. All right, let's move to wrap things up here. I'm gonna put the requests away. Thank you everybody who submitted a request today. It was a great pleasure, of course, kicking it with you guys this Friday afternoon. Another week done here at the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Hope everybody enjoyed this
Put it in
week,
the
and
bag.
the summer's still going. As always, a big thank you to everybody who makes this possible, from Ben in the background to Alex and Jason here, front row and center on the show, to our moderators in the Discord server, from Mr. Ether to Dark Rico to everybody holding it down for us in the community. There's, of course, Crypto Bull. Crypto Bull doing the timestamps, very consistent. Great work to Crypto Bull, keeping it down with the timestamps. Makes the show and the video on demand replay so much more rewatchable. Speaking of timestamps, Crypto Bull did message me this morning saying he had to take an odd shift at work, so he doesn't usually on the show at this hour. Today he had to be called into work.
A day off.
Well, I don't know if I call being
He
called
does.
in an emergency to work a day off, but alas.
I'm saying from us, like
Yes.
he does a great job.
Yes, he certainly does. So today's timestamps will be a little delayed, guys. They might not be up till later this evening. The man's gonna finish his shift and then come home and do our show timestamping. So, guys, sorry, today's timestamps may not be available immediately, but we'll try to get them to you soon. What else is there really to mention? Do check out premium.crackencryptocurrency.com. Do join.
That's an interesting chart, Alex.
Become.
That's an interesting chart you're looking at.
Is it finished bottoming
thank
out? Jig stack.
Big stack.
Be sure to check out Premium, guys, if you do want access to our traders. More direct access to our traders, their trade sheets, their journals, their analysis, their signals. You can get that by joining premium.crackencryptocurrency.com. You can, of course, also get access to all of our premium education material, our proprietary indicator suite, the Pathways to Profits course. Man, there's the Wednesday community mentorship sessions. There's just so much to offer by checking out Premium. I do encourage you to give that a look if you're not yet already a member. Finally, we got Discord at discord.crackencryptocurrency.com. A few new people have come through today. We got a couple new subscribers. If you do like what we do here on the show, you're probably going to like our Discord trading community. Invaluable resource to have in your journey as a trader. Join other like-minded traders over on the Discord. All right, not much more to add. What do we have going this weekend? I'm going to check the UFC fight card real quick, and let's put that up on...
Ever since you said based, I don't know why it reminded me of the Blade music, so I might just have myself a Blade marathon.
Like the vampire movie starring, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Wesley Snipes,
Gotcha,
the man, the myth, the
Wesley
legend,
Snipes,
tax
indeed.
evader.
Here's a quick look at UFC, guys. No guarantee. I'm gonna try and host this tomorrow, but I might actually have to go watch this at someone else's place tomorrow. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna try to find a way to host this. I will be watching this. No guarantee we'll have a watch party. But right now, keep in mind UFC 264 comes your way tomorrow evening. Main event. Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Oh,
What?
McGregor's
fighting this weekend?
And Poirier.
That's the rematch.
Yeah, lightweight.
Yeah,
main event.
Poirier's the last one to beat him.
Well then, crazy rematch. Wasn't expecting that so soon, but apparently it's here.
Not. That's
Big
quick,
McGregor
man.
weekend, guys. Might have to pay for your pay-per-view this weekend.
I haven't heard from McGregor in a while, so I hope that he's just been in the gym, just trying to get it back instead of just talking a bunch of shit like he usually does.
You know how it goes. You get old, you get fat, you get lazy, you get rich, and sometimes he
made $100 million boxing Floyd.
Hopefully the fire returns. You know, you gotta bring the heat. All right, guys. Not much more to add. I can't thank you guys enough. Much thanks to our audience. Finally, we'll be back Monday for your next installment in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Crypto Jack signing off here. Final words to our analyst.
I am long biased over the weekend, guys, I think. But trade safely and wait for continuation signals or breaks of trend before you take anything.
Yeah, I mean, the
whole market doesn't have to move as one, so you could get caught in a shitty trade.
As sad as I am to admit it, like even though I'm in a short position right now, it does kind of look like we're setting up for a pop to the upside, but you just never know here. You got to follow your systems, take it day by day. Just making sure that you're managing your risk, otherwise you can't do it tomorrow. So
Well said. All right. Let's get out of here, guys. Peace out.
Goodbye.